Hello and welcome back to another Sunday rant. I apologize for not having had some in the last couple of weeks, but we had Gear Street and then I got sick, and then we had Guitar Summit and I got sick again, and there was a lot of sickness. So I couldn't record these things, and loads and loads and loads of videos on the to-do list that I had to get through. So let's talk about pedals. Are pedals dead? And what does it even mean? And is it just a clickbaity thumbnail? No, that's what we're talking about. Talking about guitar pedals, drives, and all that stuff, fuzzes and delays and whatever you want to call them. You know, these buggers, not this in particular, this is I just grabbed because it's a video I'm doing. Are they dead? Are they not interesting anymore? Because there are indicators for that. And I want to pick your brain. What's happening? Are pedals coming back, or is the pedal craze finally fizzling out? So here are the stats that I have, which is really that all that I can give you. And I would like you to go crazy in the comments and let me know what you think is happening, your buying habits and all of that. Now, I started the channel with Joyo/Harley Benton pedals, and pedals have been my main thing that I look at. And I learned an awful lot about pedals in the beginning. There's stuff I simply didn't know, and there's still stuff I don't know. There's definitely more knowledgeable people about some pedals. It goes sometimes too far where people go like, oh, what chip is in there? I look at pedals from a musical point of view. I couldn't give less of a crap what's in there. There could be a little hamster running on a wheel. If it sounds good, it sounds good. And if a pedal inspires for $30, it's a great pedal. If a pedal inspires for $500, it's a great pedal. Anything that gets you to make music, which is something we will get to in this video. So pedals have been important, but I can see views. And whenever I do a straight up pedal video, the views are really shit right now. In general, of course, guitar review videos are shit, whether it's guitar amp model or whatever it is. And so hypothesis number one, the whole market is down. And it's not a hypothesis, that's what it is. Any shop owners I'm talking to, any other YouTuber I'm talking to, the market is down. We can see on the affiliate sales, meaning if you click on one of my links, I will get a percentage of the sale, which I will reiterate that will never change what I have to say about a product, because you have to trust me, and for that, I cannot betray your trust. So I don't care about losing a couple of sales if it means preventing you from buying something you don't need. But I can see on the affiliate sales that the market's down pretty drastically. And a lot of other creators are reporting that some creators are doing fine. Everything's dandy, which is a bit weird. But in general, we can see people are buying less. And then if pedals were just one of those, we're buying less of pedals proportionally to buying less of everything, that would be one thing. But I don't think that's what's happening. The market's down in general. And why is that? I mean, of course, we can talk about politics. Politics in Europe are unstable. Politics in the US are, well, using the word unstable would be an insult to the word unstable. But also, tariffs are a big thing that tariffs are not ending wars, as someone claimed. Tariffs are hurting people, but tariffs are hurting you, the customer. How do I know that? I mean, I'm jumping from one to the other, and of course, now I'm going to get all the Trumpian hate people, but that's okay, fine, go right ahead. Here's a clear proof how tariffs are hurting you, the customer. My good friend Jay Franco was at Gear Street this year, and Summer Cable was super nice and sent him a care package with a lot of very nice cables. Those cables contain tariffed materials. So guitar cables aren't tariffed, right? I mean, they are, but not ridiculously. But it is about the materials in those cables, which is copper and some other metals. And the tariffs are saying, we don't want that stuff imported. We want our own stuff be used. Well, Summer Cable makes these cables in Germany, and the tariff would have been 200%. So even though Jay Franco was getting these cables free of charge from Sommer to use in videos and promote the cables, he had to send them back, because if they sent him $1,000 worth of cables, the money he would have had to give the American government would have been $2,000. He couldn't do that, so the deal didn't happen. The cables were right at his door, and he had to send them back. So tariffs are clearly hurting some of the sales. Maybe some people in Europe don't want to buy American pedals because maybe there's a buck or two more on them. Americans might not want to buy European pedals because there might be tariffs on them. American pedals have gone up in price because of the cost to manufacture them. Please look at what Earthquake Devices has reported on that. Small companies are going under because of these tariffs. Okay, so tariffs could be hurting pedal manufacturing and pedal pricing. Is that why pedals are all of a sudden less interesting? Is that it? It's one hypothesis. Okay. The market's generally down because, let's say, of unstable political situations all around the world, and people would rather keep their money right now for uncertain times, which makes total sense, rather than fuel their hobby. Okay, is that what's happening? Let me know. Because of uncertain times and the general situation around the world, prices for other things have gone up. Energy prices have gone up. But grocery prices most certainly have gone up. We know that in the States, and also here, grocery prices have gone up. What you now spend extra on groceries and your, gas and whatever, is probably what you spend on your hobby. Whether that is model airplanes or model trains or other model things or models. I mean, hey, if you invest in models, I don't know. Or brewing your own coffee, or pedals. That's the expendable income, the $200, $300 a month that you might have had for your hobby, whatever the hobby is, that you now don't have anymore. Is that why pedal sales are down? Now, a guitar is a bit different because you saved up money. A guitar isn't something you buy every month. Most people don't. An amp isn't something you buy every month. It's usually something that you save up money for, a dream kind of a purchase, and then you save and save and save, and at some point you buy it. Well, now you have to save and save and save a bit longer, but that dream purchase might still be happening, which is maybe why guitars and amps are still a bit more relevant and maybe selling a tiny bit more like they used to than pedals. But I think the pedal was the thing that you could just buy every couple of weeks, once a month, every 6 weeks, whatever, put it on your board and have a newfound interest in playing guitar, a newfound inspiration, a newfound reason to pick up the guitar and play new riffs and be inspired. Pedals are expressions of your individuality. It sounds like Vaginality. There's something super offensive. Individuality. Pedals are an expression of your individuality. Pedals are inspiration machines. You put it on the table and there's a slightly new sound, a slightly different flavor of overdrive, a delay that you hadn't had before like this. Or maybe you did, but now you set this one up differently, and all of a sudden, you start playing again. And this is all that gear is supposed to do. Get you to play. Get you to express yourself creatively. Get your frustration out. Express your happiness within the playing. You might start frustrated, but then you feel like, oh, this is really just flowing today. And all of a sudden, frustration turns into happiness. This is what music is all about. An emotion enhancer. And getting to that emotion enhancer, pedals are an entry-level drug and not too expensive, starting at, $20, going up to whatever. And it's an easy thing to get once in a while. But now, because of rising prices for everything that you need to live, which is more important, that one thing you could afford once in a while just doesn't get bought anymore. Is that what it is? Is this why pedals are on the way out or not doing well? I can see sales, I can see clicks. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Is that what's happening? Let me know. Could it be Satan? No, those church lady, you don't get it. Could it be Satan? Nah. Could it be that there's just nothing new, nothing inspiring anymore? Is that what's happening? This is a compressor. Compressors are never very inspiring, except if you really want to do clean stuff. And actually, a compressor purchase started my channel. I owe the MXR Dynacomp my career. So don't bitch about compressors. This could make you start playing chicken picking stuff. This could make you experience cleans and edge of overdrive sounds differently. This could inspire. But there are new and interesting things. What about this thing? Third Man, it's the Jack White guy, and Black Mountain pedals. Roto Echo. It's a delay where you can pick whatever parameter is on this rotor, which you can, of course, that's an expression that you control with your foot. Now, this could be very inspiring to use, right? A video of this coming, by the way. Definitely not anything that is run-of-the-mill. So you could get this and experience new forms of expression. All I'm saying is it because pedals are stale? Are we just fed up with the next... Sorry. Are we fed up with the next... Mute that. Tube Screamer, King of Tone, something clone. Are we just done with it? Is the novelty factor done? Have these kings of the pedal world, Wampler, Keeley, Josh Scott, all these guys who have told us the stories about these pedals and the history, whatever, do they not have the ability anymore to make us covet the next clone that has a little bit of a gain switch or whatever, or slightly different mids? Are pedals boring now? I don't think so. I still put them on the table and am inspired. But yeah, the next Tube Screamer iteration, which just came out and I just filmed from Warm Audio, which is a fun one. But I mean, we know what these do, and we kind of feel like, yeah, been there, done that. Similar though with amps. I mean, the next Plexi, I'm looking at a Friedman Arredondo. What an amazing amp. But is that new? Is that... The thing is, in guitar tone, I don't think anything is new. It's just flavors of the same thing. Drive is drive, fuzz is fuzz, delay is delay. They're all just slightly different flavors that inspire more or less depending on your personal likes and dislikes. So, is that what's happening? Are pedals just not innovative enough? However, there are companies that are super innovative. They are just harder to find, and maybe they don't poke out as much anymore. Eventide comes to mind. Game Changer Audio for sure. There are companies that innovate, but maybe they innovate too far and too complex. Again, please comment below. Is it that pedals are now just not holding your interest because of what they are in general? Do we need the next fuzz? Could it be Satan? No. Could it be that we're just more focused on modelers? I mean, you can get this. It's an inexpensive modeler from M-Wave. video coming. You can get this for $165 on eBay, brand new. Does it sound fantastic? No. But it's a battery-powered modeler that has XLR and expression and MIDI and Bluetooth and all that. And it's got everything that you want with all your blocks and IR loading and amps and stuff. I mean, it doesn't sound absolutely fantastic, but it's the price of an overdrive pedal all in one modeler. Is it that people will rather spend the money on something where you have all in one like this? Or then, of course, save the money for the new Helix Stadium or an Axe Effects or Quad Cortex or whatever, any of the above Fender ToneMaster Pro, and just say I get everything in a convenient package because then I don't buy the next pedal. Even though a pedal and a board is much more of an expression of your individuality than a modeler is. Even though in a modeler, of course, you can do your own presets and all that, but I think a pedal board really is your journey into tone and what you like and don't like, and then you replace them, and that's like, you know, your monthly journey of perfecting it, of course, and that we all know that journey never ends. So is that what's happening? Is the digital world finally replacing the pedal board? Are you playing software because you're not really playing gigs or whatever? So is the software world with neural plugins and Amplitude and Tonex and all that, is that software world where you spend your money, where you find your tones, and where you rather mix and match your stuff digitally rather than putting actual hardware on a board, giving it power, connecting it? Let me know. I mean, it's clear that there is, I don't want to call it an issue, it might just be pedals are on the way out and it's phasing out, but we can clearly see that it's happening. Companies I've worked with for years, I did every single one of their new pedals. They don't book me anymore. They book a lot less videos. They might try to get videos where they simply have to give a pedal away and that's it. They just don't have the marketing budgets anymore because they're hurting. That will, of course, be a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if they don't have the marketing budget, meaning they are hurting financially, well, then they don't have the R&D budget as well. So are they innovating as much? Are they coming up with really cool shit that they then can sell? Of course, some companies have great selling pedals. Thinking of Chase Bliss, whatever they do sells out. But in general, the pedal market has an issue. And I'd like to know from you what you think that is. Is it the general, we're buying less? Everyone's buying less of everything. Okay. But I think especially pedals are being more affected than other things in our guitar world. Is it that pedals are just not interesting anymore because the next fuzz and tube screamer is boring? Is there not enough innovation? Is it that the digital world with modelers and software is more interesting, gives you more bang for the buck? You know, let me know. I love pedals. I love to work with the people that make the pedals. Making a pedal board it's a pain in the ass, and it is expensive with the cables and the board and the power supply, but it is as individual as it can be. When you look at someone's pedal board, it tells you a lot more than looking at their Quad Cortex or Tonex. So, that was my rant today. I don't want to bum out the pedal makers, but maybe the comment section on this video will give us all a bit of an insight of your buying habits, right? Let me know what you think has affected the market, which in general is hurting, but I do think that pedals have been affected more than anything else, because when I do a pedal video, even if it says Marshall on it or some big brand, people don't care anymore. Doesn't mean that I will stop making pedal videos. If companies make the pedals, I will have a look at them and evaluate them for you. That's what I do. That's my job. I'm not going to stop until they stop booking me, right? So, let me know. I'll work on more rants for the coming weeks, but that's the one for today. I link below to all shops. I mean, nothing specific actually, just general links. If you want to buy anything, feel free to do that and support the channel. Thank you so much. There's also Patreon and all that, and you can of course like and subscribe. That absolutely helps the channel as always. To all the pedal makers out there, keep making pedals. Do your thing. Maybe we can invigorate the flame of excitement in the guitar player for the pedals. I think we should. Maybe don't make the next fuzz or tube screamer variant, because we do have them. Just keep making the ones you have and then it's all good. Maybe some more fun stuff. What? I don't know. That's your job. So, keep holding on, guys. I love you guys. And animals at the end.